Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. Taken in the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Well, here comes the Bears offense led out by their new man in charge here in 2020. Of course, a former Super Bowl MVP in Nick Foles.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
Well, that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Here's Foles. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good for a Chicago.
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Number 35
yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up
from the 39. Foles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Julian Blackmon. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Out comes the Indy offense for their first drive of the game, and leading them out, their new quarterback for 2020, the longtime Charger, Phillip Rivers.
I don't know what it is, partner, but every time I watch Phillip Rivers play, I just have a big grin on my face because he plays the game with such joy. Loves being out there. Remember, he's part of that great 2004 class with Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger, 2 of them still in the league today. Now he's probably going to go over 60,000 passing yards and 400 touchdowns this season. The big question mark, how much does he have left in the tank? I think he's got plenty.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Chicago's offense working their way back out here. And, Charles, this is a team that you saw in Week 2 in that very thin win over the New York Giants, 17-13. So both wins this year have been by a slim margin. But here's the bottom line. The Chicago Bears are 2-0. So what have you seen from this team?
I really felt like the first win at Detroit felt better to them, even though, as you noted, it was by a slim margin because of the comeback. It came from 23 to 6 down. In this game against the Giants, they were up 17-0. The Giants lose their best player in Saquon Barkley, one of their top players in Sterling Shepard on offense, and Chicago really doesn't capitalize. They end up holding on and winning 17-13. but I do still like this Bears defense. I think any team that's got to try and block that front, that's a problem. And in pass situations, Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, and now they can trot out Robert Quinn. Good luck keeping those guys away from your quarterback. So there is optimism for this team, but they'll need their quarterback to play well and the defense to carry them a little bit. It'll be a big one for them next week at Atlanta. Remember, the Falcons are 0-2 and coming off a really depressing loss at Dallas.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, Foles caught by Montgomery. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Foles. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Foles. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Three yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Well, for the Indianapolis Colts, 2 weeks in, you know, they were upset on the road at Jacksonville week 1, needed to bounce back, and they did in week 2 in a big way. Dominated the Vikings, got up 28-3, won it 28-11 to get to 500. And Phillip Rivers, his first win in a Colts uniform, Charles, after he had 123 of those in a Chargers uniform.
Yeah, and he thought his first win was going to come last week in Jacksonville, didn't he? We all did. All right, so that was a big clunker for them to start off. But like the true veteran he is, nice bounce back for him and his team. And, of course, they're going to run the football. Jonathan Taylor now elevated to the lead back position after the season-ending injury to Marlon Mack. 101 yards rushing and his first NFL touchdown. They get the Jets next week at home. Then they go to Chicago and go to Cleveland. I think this team is a contender in the AFC South.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Robert Quinn coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Former first-round pick Leonard Floyd is no longer with the Bears, so they signed Robert Quinn to replace him as a sack guy. And Robert Quinn just got one right there. Had 11.5 sacks last year with Dallas. The best since his...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
That was a really nice nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Toss left to Montgomery. Oh, refusing to go down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
7-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
From the 27, Foles. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
Sack there by DeForest Buckner. Boy, was he big news around the draft in 2020 when the Colts traded their 13th overall pick for him. He absolutely solidifies their defensive front. Great interior pressure that they haven't been able to exhibit in recent seasons.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Rivers with a throw complete to Hilton. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
To number 13.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He gets 7 there, but it brings up 4.
1-yard attempt.
Good catch there by Jack Doyle, who went to the Pro Bowl in 2019, but now has a new quarterback in Phillip Rivers, and he wants to be the Antonio Gates that Phillip Rivers threw to with the Chargers.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is caught by Ginn. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver.
To throw again on 2nd down. Foles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
The 1-yard line.
Now it's Hines. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
A huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown. The last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
For Chicago.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 28.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. A first down throw here for Rivers. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
10 yards on the pick.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the Bears' 39-yard line.
Here's Hines, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Rivers on the money, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Rivers. He's got it to Hilton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing, Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On the delay, here's Hines. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
A gain of 7.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Rivers on 1st down. And he's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 7-yard.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
3-yard line.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
It's a gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Naeem Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Now here's Rivers. He'll bring his guys up, and they'll go for the 2-point conversion. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Indianapolis.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd
I think
down.
he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 40.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Bears on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The catch made by Miller. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another 1st down at the Colts' 41-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
10 more yards.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
On the pickup.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's good.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal now as they look for that final dagger. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Here's Foles. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a one-score game.
On 22 yards.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. So now the veteran Rivers and the Colts down 14-9, a minute 46 to go. They'll need to take this football 95 yards. No easy feat. And they start out first and 10.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? But this one wasn't sleeping, maybe just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Complete to Hilton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rivers to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jack Doyle with time running out. And the Colts have taken the lead.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now here's Rivers. He'll bring his guys up, and they'll go for the 2-point conversion. Here's Rivers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
That keeps the score, Colts 15.
So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the post.
The Bears take over first and 10. At their own 31-yard.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack.
Ginn has it complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
Final score, Colts 15.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Indianapolis, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.